Hi and welcome to Summer Skin Over 40. This is the fourth part where we are going to discuss a more natural finish. I've done dewy, I've done matte, I've done SPF, and now we're going to do a more natural finish for those of you who don't like to be dewy or matte, or you like to be more natural, and then you can paint a highlight on if you choose to. I also am going to address how to wear bright sheer colors. Do you see this fun bright color? But everything's very sheer, very layered and buildable and light for summer. You can look close up and you can still see texture and skin and sunspots, but the point is to get out the door quickly. This is a quick 5-minute makeup for summer using brighter colors than perhaps you would normally choose, but I don't want you to fear color. It's so pretty in the summer and it gives you that flushed look that can trick people into thinking you just spent an afternoon in the sun without the sun damage. We don't want sun damage. And please subscribe if you love beauty education over 40 or you are loving this Summer Skin Over 40 series. And heads up, I'm going to be doing a summer concealer video very soon because I think it's important to wear skin-like concealers on hot summer months. And if that means we have to sacrifice a little bit of coverage to have more skin-like texture, I think we're all pretty much down for that. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome to my channel, Clean Beauty Babe. I am Michelle Spieler, an over 25-year professional makeup artist, and I'm here on YouTube just representing those of us over 40, over 50, over 60 who feel maybe a little ignored, maybe we feel a little unimportant, maybe we don't feel noticed. I love to teach women over 40. This is part 4 of my Summer Skin Over 40 series, where today I'm going to be just showing you very natural skin and an out the door quick makeup, because I literally have to be out the door really quickly. I have a hair appointment, and so this is why I'm not going to clip my hair back. So those of you if it drives you nuts that I'm putting makeup without clipping my hair back, I'm just asking you to please deal with that today. To save time, I already put my Ulta MD. This is UV Restore. It is broad spectrum SPF 40. It is a mineral sunscreen. It is lightly tinted, and I'd be honest, some days I would just wear this. Now you can see I'm a little discolored around my nose, my chin. I don't have concealer on yet. But honestly, when I've been working out in the heat on this big film that's in Charlotte, North Carolina, this is all I use. I don't want makeup melting off my face, and we are outdoors all day. This is all I use, and I'm pretty happy with it. But today we are going to use a natural skin. I've done a matte skin video if you like to see matte skin in the summer. I've done dewy skin if you want real dewy skin. For a lot of us who live in humidity, we're going to be dewy no matter what. So today I'm going to use the Beauty Counter Skin Twin. I'm going to put it with a damp beauty blender, and I'm really just going to use just a tiny bit. I don't want a lot because, again, it's going to be hot, sticky days in the summer, but I wanted you guys to see what just a natural finish looks like if you don't like the dewy or the matte. So I'm just putting on a little bit through the T-zone in areas where I need it. Quite frankly, I really don't need coverage on my forehead. My forehead is really nice. I mean, I have lines like anybody else, but for the most part, I am one color all across my forehead. I just took off a Frownies patch, so I think I'm a little bit more pink right there. But do you see how just natural and pretty that looks? And right now it might look like it has a slight glow, but it does, oh, I don't want to say matte down, but it definitely has a natural finish to it, which is why I really love the Beauty Counter Skin Twin. I'm going to put a little bit more on my hand. We're going to go all through this area. We're going to go down the nose. We're going to go with the chin. Okay, now the reason why, for those of you who have followed me a long time, you know I really like to blend my makeup on with my fingers, but that's more in the fall, early spring, winter. In the summer, I really want it very, very natural. And so by patting it in, notice I'm keeping it away. Look at this. Do you see this? I'm keeping it away from these marionette lines because if I put makeup on that, I notice more of that orange peel texture that I absolutely hate. And then with a little bit that I've put up here, I can kind of pat down here. Again, we're not going for a lot of coverage in the summer because it's hot. It's hot. If you work indoors, if you work in air conditioning, it doesn't really matter what your finish is. But for those of us having hot flashes, you know, you just don't want makeup sliding down your face. Let's go a little bit into the, okay, let's see. I'm a little flaky all through here because I use retinol, a really, really, really strong retinol that I haven't talked about yet. I'm going to talk about it soon. But I used a very strong retinol 2 nights ago, and I'm really quite flaky all through this area. It's weird. It's the only part of my face that gets flaky is right here. Everything else stays really nice and smooth. Okay, so I could maybe go in with a little more concealer that I'll show you in a minute, but I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with how that looks. I'm going to lightly powder it because I am going to use a powder blush in a minute. Powder blush is really nice in the summer. If you haven't seen my makeup brush tutorial, go over and look for my makeup brushes. I use a lot of the crown brushes. I love this is long and skinny compared to like a big fat one. It's long and skinny, and I love it for strategically placing powder only where I need it. Only where I need it. Just kind of through the T-zone and on the cheeks because we're gonna do a powder blush. Okay? So I'm going to real quickly put on some eyebrows because I never leave the house without eyebrows. But we're doing fast makeup here. We're gonna do summer makeup that's fast out the door, but you'll look pretty and polished. Again, half this makeup's gonna probably come off with all the hair washing at the salon because I'm going to get my hair done. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. And it is a hot day, it's my day off, so I don't feel like I have to look a certain way. You know, sometimes when you're a makeup artist, you like to look a certain way. I don't care too much about that today. I just want to look kind of cute, feel kind of cute, look kind of cute, look kind of presentable. So we're just putting on some quick eyebrows with the Anastasia brow pencil. If I haven't told you before, I will tell you probably my favorite blonde brow products. And you can tell I have a darker eyebrow. But when I put something in it to match the eyebrow, I'll look like Groucho Marx. So I use blonde pencils in my eyebrows because see, they're already darker. But no one makes blondes like Anastasia of Beverly Hills. She's absolutely the best. It's the prettiest blonde color in the whole brow game. Okay, so I took a lot of time going on to MAC.com, MAC Cosmetics. I worked for them for many, many years. I love their paint pots. This one is all cracked and old, but I'm gonna use it today because I love to finger paint my face when I'm in a hurry. I typed in every single ingredient because the MAC paint pot is not on ewg.org. I typed in every single ingredient, and the only thing that came up at number 3 was dimethicone and one other ingredient, and 3 is fine. I stay to anything under 4 is fine. So with all the 1s and 2s in this and only a couple 3s, this probably only scores a 2 or 3 on ewg.org. But I'm taking my pinky finger and watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finger paint on the outer eyelid in my crease. This color is called Groundwork, and the reason I like it, it is a soft taupey brown. I don't know any clean beauty brand that makes, I know a lot of clean beauty brands that make light colors for the eyes, but nothing deeper for contour. And we don't want to put a light color in our crease. We're trying to knock our crease back. I'm starting to get more of a hooded eye. You want to contour, you want to knock that back. But sometimes I think the cream looks more like skin. And see how that just gives me a light contour without being heavy? I love these. I've used the MAC paint pots for so many years. So many years. Now, I used to use the MAC Painterly, but honestly, the e.l.f. I love. It's Eye Putty Primer. This is the color pink, but you can tell it's like a nude. It's like $4, $4 or $5, and it lasts about 6 months before it dries out. So you're figuring $10 a year for this, whereas this MAC product maybe is $20, $22. So the e.l.f. is great, and the e.l.f. is clean. So I put this every day on my eyelids. But again, today I'm using the paint pot because I want to contour my eyes without using brushes and without using a powder shadow, which sometimes when I'm outdoors working all day, even on this film, you can see powder on people's skin. You can see powdered eyeshadow. What I like about these paint pots is they kind of look like skin. And see how I'm just patting it in? You kind of just pat, pat, pat. And then for any reason, if you need to go in and blend anything, you can just blend with your finger because it's just like finger painting. But see how already that gives me a little bit more definition to my eyes? I really love the MAC paint pots, and I really hope if anyone uses a deeper color cream shadow that you know for a fact is clean, would you put that in comments? Because I would love to hear from you. Okay, my next one I'm going to do in the summer, I love a quick gold or bronze on my eyelid. This is Mob Beauty. Mob Beauty is one of my favorite brands. They're clean, they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, sustainable packaging. In fact, everything can be composted. So the eyeshadow came in this. You can compost this, just peel the label, the white label off. You can compost this. You pop it right in to this darling little compact. And then when you run out of this color, you pop it out and pop a new one in. Or you can do a quad, or you can do, is that gorgeous? I love Mob Beauty. They don't pay me. I just absolutely love them. And what I love also is right now, when you order products from Mob Beauty, you can pick 2 samples and you can try little postage stamp sizes of any color that you're not sure of before committing. And that is fun. I don't know any company on earth that does that. Samples all the colors, all the colors. They're not just giving you their top sellers, they're giving you any color you want. You get to pick 2, and I think that's brilliant. Okay, so we are going to take this beautiful, beautiful, look at that. Is that, come on now. This is number M47, I believe. And again, when I'm in a hurry and I want to get out the door, I use my fingers. You might want to use a brush, and that is totally fine. But I use my fingers because when I'm in a hurry, I love to finger paint. Look at that. What did that take? 10 seconds, 20 seconds? And their shadows don't drop. There's no fallout under the eye. They blend like silk. I love Mob Beauty, but I'm not surprised because Vic Casale is the original chemist for MAC Cosmetics back in the late 80s, early 90s when MAC first got on the map, when MAC was the first professional makeup brand on the market, before Bobbi Brown, before Trish McElvoy, before anyone else. The only other professional brand I know of at that time was Makeup Forever, and they were from France. So we didn't have a lot of Makeup Forever in America. Makeup Forever is great too. So that's it. Look at that. Is that amazing? And it's sustainable packaging, and you can recycle. Come on now. That's a no-brainer. Mob Beauty, and that is M47. And right now, that's all I would do on my eyes. But we're gonna do a little bit of mascara. Now in the hot summer months, I do like a tube mascara. The tube mascaras, this is Thrive. I have another one by Blink, but they're sending me a new one because theirs came kind of clumpy. But tubing mascara is a mascara that coats each lash, and the only way you can remove it is warm to hot water, and they slide off. They kind of leave a mess in your sink, but they slide off, but they don't transfer. They legit do not transfer. So I really love the tube mascara, and this is called Lash Extensions by Thrive, and I also love Blink, B-L-I-N-C. And Blink actually is the creator of the tube mascara. They own the patent on it, and I'm sure they sell the formula to other companies, because I believe Clinique does a tubing mascara too, but I never really thought it did much. I never loved it. But and this Thrive mascara it's older, so it's not as juicy as it once was. It's pretty much almost done. So I'm not going to get as much bang for my buck out of this today, but I did want to do a tubing mascara for those of you who are like, help, summer's coming, I can't keep mascara on even in the winter. I really highly recommend a tubing mascara. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Do you see that? I also use, truth be told, I use a oh my gosh, is my appointment at 12 or 12:30? I gotta double check. I might have to get going and come back and do this later. I just got an announcement that my appointment's at 12. I think it might be 12. I think I gotta go right now. Oh my gosh. I am not being very smart. Okay. Isn't that fun? We'll do it on my lower lashes later. I'm gonna come back in a minute, and I'm gonna go get my hair done and then come back. Well, you guys get to see my hair. Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, good thing she's 5 minutes away. Okay, so what I want to do is I wanna take a blush color, and I don't have it in the palette yet. This is also Mob Beauty. Normally I would pop it in a palette, but I haven't had time. I wanna use a color that most people would be afraid of. See how red it is? This is, I don't even know what this is. I don't have my, yeah, do I have glasses? Okay, sorry everyone, let's see. M30. I love it. This is gonna mimic that kind of sunburn look, but I don't want a sunburn. It's just that, you know, when you go on vacation and you get that little bit of sun and you're like, that looks cute. We're gonna do a little bit of this. Now, the reason I chose this color is exactly for the reason that I know most women are afraid of color and they would never choose this, and that's why I'm choosing. Look at that. That is so pretty. Let's put some on the nose, because we always get a little bit of color on our nose, right? Isn't that what all the young girls are doing? They're going right across here, so it looks like they have that cute little sunburn. I'm using a really soft, fluffy brush. Okay, that is so cute. I love that. Now also I want to say that it looks more natural in person. I've told you guys before. I've told my friends before. I hate to say you guys. My friend Doran's like, don't say you guys. I've told you before that high def camera intensifies anything pink or red. So this is gonna look a little bit more crazy on camera, but it's not. In person, I'm looking in this mirror, in person, it's like the sheerest corally color almost. I mean, I love that. To me, that looks like a cute little, I went into the sun and I got a beautiful little flush, and there's no shimmer in it. It's super sheer, and I specifically chose this color because I told my friend Sandra she won a Mob Beauty giveaway, and I said, get this color. You have nothing like it, and I promise you it's gorgeous. And she's like, really? I'm like, you have to trust me. I want women to start wearing color and not be afraid of it. I also chose one of their lip balms, also in a bright color. It's a coral. It's M30, let's see, good grief. M21. Not scary though, watch. It's a lip balm, it's not a lipstick. Because in the summer, we want lots of sheer colors. We want sheer, we want some fun metallics. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. And what I love about these is, look, when you run out of the color, you just buy a new one, pop it in. I love Mob Beauty. Mob Beauty, I love you. Okay. Okay, so I will be back in a little bit. I don't even have concealer on because I just realized my appointment is not 12:30. It's 12. I gotta go. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. It turns out I wasn't late to my appointment. Okay, so you can see I have on the bright blush, and I absolutely love it. And it's super, super natural and pretty, and it just feels like a flush, like a little flush of color. And I put it on really, really sheer, but I did put it on a little heavier than I normally would so that you could see it. But again, because it's any reds or pinks look more intensified on high def camera, in person, it is just the sheerest, prettiest little pop of color. I also have on the sheer coral lipstick, also by Mob Beauty. It looks bright, but you can see my lips through it. I love sheer formulas in the summer. It's hot, it's sticky. We want to look youthful, and you don't want anything that has a harsh line. You don't want anything heavy on the eye. Okay, so the only thing I would do differently, if you wanted to, now I felt really cute with this at the salon, and I only have on a few products and you saw everything, but I could also do the tiniest bit of bronzer, just kind of in the outer corner. I don't need it on the cheeks because I have this gorgeous Mob Beauty product on, a little bit on the nose maybe, and a little bit. Sometimes my neck is really white, especially with all the sunscreen I know to wear on it now. Wish I had worn sunscreen on my neck my whole life. Okay, so a little bit of bronzer. And I'm going to go in with the tiniest amount of cake liner, because this is only if you wanted a little eyeliner. One of the number one questions I get is, how do I keep an eyeliner on? My eyeliner doesn't stay on. A lot of the reason is just because as we get older, it just can be trickier to keep eyeliner on. I don't like a lot of eyeliner in the summer, but what I am gonna use is the Mob Beauty Cake Liner, this little black one right here. I'm gonna dip this little angled brush in the tiniest amount of water. Tiniest amount, okay? And then I'm gonna go in to my Tightline. Hopefully you can see this. And add a little bit. I also like, even though I could use a heavier concealer, I don't like heavy concealer in the summer. Especially if I'm outdoors and I'm working outdoors, especially doing makeup on commercials or TV or film, and I'm outdoors, I don't want people to see my makeup. Might be differently if you work indoors in the summer, but I don't like to see okay, so see the difference? That tight line is so pretty. So again, I'm taking a tiny bit of water on a brush. Taking a tiny bit of the cake liner. The trick to cake liner, the Mob Beauty cake liner, is you don't want it too wet and you don't want it too dry. You just kind of put it in there and kind of wiggle it. Ooh, I've got some flakes on my face over here. Okay, do you see that? Now I have a little eyeliner on and it doesn't budge either if I want to go up on top. I already have mascara on. Normally I would do liner before mascara. But if I wanted to do a little tiny bit, I could, or you could. Just the pencil thin line just up here. But it doesn't need it. This out the door makeup really is about just looking fresh and pretty out the door with as little products as possible. You like how I cover up with my mirror? I gotta get better at that. I can't see. That's a fun thing about our generation trying to teach makeup. We can't see. So just up there I have the thinnest little line, and then I have it in my Tightline. You can do the bottom too. If you're the type that loves it in the bottom, you could do the bottom. Let's see if I can see here. I really can't see. I really cannot see. Not fun? Not fun? I love a little black liner on the rim as we get older. I really do. If you look at women like Diane Sawyer, even Barbara Walters. There's a makeup artist named Eve Plum, and she did a lot of, not Eve Plum, that's Jan Brady, Eve Pearl. Eve Plum is Jan Brady. Eve Pearl is a really talented makeup artist who started doing The View way back when The View started, and she did Barbara Walters, Meredith Vieira, and she always made sure they had liner in their Tightline because it makes eyes sparkle and it doesn't take up that precious lid space that we start to lose as we get older. All right, so what do we think? So to recap, I have the Elta tinted all over my face, and most days I would stop at that, but for those of you who need a little bit more coverage, maybe you go to a professional job during the day, I have the Beauty Counter Skin Twin and the Beauty Counter Concealer also in Skin Twin. This is my summer color. This is medium 310. In the winter, I am light 230, but this is medium 310. If I get really dark on my body, which I don't plan on doing ever again, I can even go up to 340. I have that color as well. Then I have the Anastasia in my brows, the brow pencil. I have on a little bit of the e.l.f. Putty Primer on my eyelid because it grabs that shadow, which is the beautiful Mob Beauty gold bronze shimmer in M47, and I just think that's so pretty. I might even want to put a little bit more on. I might want to put a little bit more. Oh no, it's on pretty well. Well, I've already got it on my finger. I just think that is so pretty for summer. I love a gold bronze. Look at that. I love that. And then you saw I put a little bit of the MAC groundwork, and this is getting old and gross. I might replace it now that I know the ingredients seem really safe, but I might even look for a clean beauty brand who makes deeper colors that I can actually wear in my crease, because I do like a little bit of contouring, but you saw how I did it with my fingers. Then my blush is the oh good grief, what color is this? It's so fun. M30, and that's this beautiful sheer red, and I put it on with a real floppy, silky brush because I wanted it to have the lightest application, but I think that looks like I got a little bit of flush from the sun, and I love it. And I did it across the bridge of my nose. I did a lip balm because I don't like lipsticks in the summer. I think they're too heavy unless I'm going out for night. But I did the lip balm in the coral. It looks bright red, but look, nope, it's sheer coral. And can you see my skin close up? You can still see some of my sunspots. You can see my wrinkles. You can see sunspots. You can see a little bit of blotchy, but this makes me feel like I have pretty skin without looking like a mask. And this is buildable coverage. I put it on super sheer with a damp beauty blender. If you wanted to put it on with your fingers, it would stay a little bit heavier, okay? So I'm loving all of that. And then I went in at the last minute. Oh, we also have tubing mascara, which is good for summer because it will not transfer anywhere on the face because it is only warm to hot water removal, and then they slide off as you're washing it. If I wanted, I don't need it. I feel like I have a beautiful natural highlight, but if I wanted, I could use a little bit of the Mob Beauty highlighter. The teeniest bit. I love a fan brush. A little bit on the brow bone. And then I've got that gorgeous, gorgeous highlight. But again, you might have liked my makeup better before the highlight. I'm a highlight girl. And then if I had it with me, I probably would like quickly mist my whole face with the NYX Radiant Finish setting spray. They have a dewy and they have a matte, and I like the one right in the middle, the Radiant Finish setting spray. And that's it. And then I went in with the Tightline, which is the tiniest bit of black liner on the waterline up top, a little bit down here, and the tiniest bit wiggled out into the outer corner. What do we think? I think I look summery and fresh and pretty, even though, like, you know, maybe people won't notice my neck and jowls if they're kind of looking at this beautiful highlight and the sparkly eyes, right? What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. That concludes my series of summer skin over 40. Please subscribe. If you love to hear more beauty education over 40, I do my best to really address our skincare and beauty issues over 40, and I'm happy to answer questions. And I love ideas. People give me great ideas for video. I have some great videos coming in the next few weeks. I am gonna do an update on concealers, my top 3 or 4 concealers for summer, because nobody wants thick, heavy, cakey concealer in the summer. And personally, I will sacrifice coverage to have it look more skin-like. So I'm gonna address all of that. And I'm gonna probably do another hooded eye video for summer makeup. I have a lot of you asking for that, and I really appreciate the support, and I appreciate the interaction. I love our community. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.